He's sort of gearing up for something, and he wants people in his corner that are going to blindly back him.
Elon Musk responding on Twitter to allegations of sexual misconduct.
Well, it turns out I was right about Elon Musk. He was hiding something. So let's get into this story. Now, I was not the only person to claim that he was likely hiding something after his weird tweets on Wednesday, but I don't care. I called it, so here you go. So this is the story that came out, which is very disgusting. I'll get to more details in a minute here. But top line from Business Insider, a SpaceX flight attendant said Elon Musk exposed himself and propositioned her for sex. Documents show the company paid $250,000 for her silence as they pushed her out of the company. So this happened in 2016. The settlement was in 2018 after she realized she was being pushed out of the company, and she was basically paid for her silence. Now, I guess this is still alleged, but they have the documents. They have a report. He doesn't really seem to be denying it, even though he says there's no pattern of this behavior from him, and that's true, there isn't. But it seems pretty clear that he did it, but alleged. Still alleged. We're not positive. So, showing you what went on here. So, Business Insider here. This is the reporter. They called Elon Musk at 9 a.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday, May 18th. Why is that important? Because a few hours later, Elon Musk came out to say he will now vote Republican. Why would he feel the need to do this randomly when it was already clear that he was a conservative? Well, he did it. And as I said at the time, it was because he wanted some blind supporters in his corner. But they have become the party of division and hate, so I can no longer support them and will vote Republican. Now watch their dirty tricks campaign against me unfold. Popcorn. Come on. This guy, the thing is, he knows he's full of shit, which is why I think there's an ulterior motive here. I don't know what it is, but I do think he's sort of gearing up for something, and he wants people in his corner that are going to blindly back him. Well, there you go. That guy's pretty smart. He knows what he's talking about. Now, obviously, I'm being incredibly unbearable right now, but it wasn't just me. A lot of people were calling this, because why would you randomly come out and say you're voting for Republicans when people already assume you're a conservative? But it's clear he was doing it as sort of this preemptive move to try and garner support ahead of this story coming out. And I'm going to show you his reaction online to how seriously or unseriously he is treating this right now. But first, more on this story. So from Insider, the attendant worked as a member of the cabin crew on a contract basis for SpaceX's corporate jet fleet. She accused Musk of exposing his erect penis to her, rubbing her leg without consent, and offering to buy her a horse in exchange for an erotic massage, according to interviews and documents obtained by Insider. The incident, which took place in 2016, is alleged in a declaration signed by a friend of the attendant and prepared in support of her claim. The details in this story are drawn from the declaration, as well as other documents, including email correspondence and other records shared with Insider by a friend. So they have all of this. Alleged. More here. So the flight attendant told her friend that work began to dry up after she refused Musk's advances. Before the incident, she regarded Mr. Musk as a person to look up to, the declaration says, but after he exposed himself, touched her without permission, and offered to pay her for sex, she was full of anxiety. She figured things could just go back to normal, and she would pretend like nothing happened, the friend told Insider. However, she started to feel as if she was receiving some sort of retaliation where her shifts were cut back, and she was starting to feel really stressed. Eventually, the declaration says, the attendant felt she was being pushed out and punished for refusing to prostitute herself. Oh my God. All right. So before I get to Elon Musk's, at least one of his reactions to what is going on now with the story. This is abuse of power. This is sexual harassment. This is just absolutely disgusting on every level. Using your power. It's one thing if you are a boss of a company and you want to try and date someone that works under you. It's probably not a good idea. But it's one thing if you ask them for a date, you're rejected, whatever. You both move on with your lives, everything's fine. It's another thing If you expose yourself to an employee, proposition her for sex, say you'll buy her a horse. She apparently rides horses. Say you'll buy her a horse, and then push her out of the company after she rejects you. Just, I mean, it shows you the kind of person he is, but again, alleged story. But I want to show you his reaction here because it really displays just how he is not taking this seriously. So, trying to make a joke of it here. He tweets out, "Finally, we get to use elongate as scandal name. It's kind of perfect." He's making a pun joke out of this story. This is the wealthiest man on earth. He is an absolute child. And another reaction here from him. "The attacks against me should be viewed through a political lens. This is their standard despicable playbook, but nothing will deter me from fighting for a good future and your right to free speech." First of all, on the free speech front, you paid this woman to shut up. Where's her free speech? And on this political lens, you're not running for Congress. You're not running to be president. What are you talking about? Why is it political? Why is this a political story? It's not a political story. This is you allegedly committing sexual harassment, pushing somebody out of the company after she rejected you. This is not political. But he is trying to reframe the discussion in a way that tries to put him in the best light and have his now new GOP supporters back him through this process. Man, pretty crazy, but that's who Elon Musk is.